Hi, everyone. My name's Tim Masek, and I'm going to talk you through how a spreadsheet changed my life and give you the story of 1-800-D2C, a website I built on Webflow. So what is 1-800-D2C? 1-800-D2C is a yellow page themed directory of e-commerce brands and the tools that they're using. So it's a helpful resource for anybody working in the world of e-commerce to figure out what would be the best solutions that I might use for my own business. So I'm going to talk you through how the idea came about, how I actually built this product within Webflow, and what has come since the launch 10 months ago. So my background is in growth marketing. As a growth marketer, I have to find clever ways to achieve goals without using as many resources as possible. How do I increase a conversion rate on a site? How do I increase the retention rate of a customer cohort? All of those problems can sometimes be solved by identifying the right solutions for those problems. And those solutions can be powered by different tools. In identifying the right tools, I've had to meet with a lot of different vendors and hear about how their solutions might solve those problems. And it was on those demo calls that I realized maybe I was doing this inefficiently. I had a bit of a light bulb moment. Instead of looking at different tools, maybe I should instead be looking at specific brands. If I understood what a great e-commerce brand was using in terms of their software stack, then maybe I could take those learnings for myself. So it was from this insight that I started building a spreadsheet with superpowers. And this is what you see here on the right-hand side. I'm starting to populate lots of different brands according to their categories. So is it a beverage brand, for example? Is it a sports brand? Is it a food business? And based on those attributes, I'm also leveraging insights around their description, their title, their image, and also the tools that those brands are using. And so the spreadsheet you see here is basically the back end of 1-800-D2C. It's one simple Airtable document that's got a sheet for brands and a sheet for tools. And the two sheets start communicating with each other. You can look at a specific brand and see which tools they're using, or you can look at a specific tool and see which brands are using that given tool. And that's how I earned this logo for 1-800-D2C, which is essentially me at my desk writing in lots of interesting data inside the spreadsheet that you see before you. So now that I had this Airtable document, I had to figure out how I was going to display that information inside Webflow. And Webflow was something new to me. It's something I discovered during the pandemic. Actually, at the start of the pandemic, I just spent a lot of time on YouTube looking at different content videos on how Webflow sites were built. And Timothy Ricks gave me a lot of inspiration. He'll be speaking at the No Code conference. And Mackenzie Child from Flamingo also has brilliant content to offer. And the resources from the Webflow team are also top-notch. And it was through this community that I also met great individuals such as Martin Karashek, who's helped me quite a bit from an automation standpoint on 1-800-D2C. So from there, I had identified how I was going to make this come to life. How was I going to feed data from Airtable inside Webflow? And the best way to do that was via a tool called Integromat. So Integromat is basically just another no-code solution that's really powerful because it listens to what's happening on my Airtable document and sends the updates directly inside the Webflow CMS. So it's the connecting piece between my Airtable document and the Webflow website. And then for email marketing, I'm simply using MailChimp. MailChimp's handy to me because I can send beautiful emails in quite a simple way. So I want to show you what my CMS looks like within Webflow. I've got two key collections here, one for brands and one for tools. And here we're looking at the specific brand collection within the CMS. And we're looking at one record for Olipop, a beverage business. So all the data that I had inside Airtable is now mirrored here inside the Webflow CMS. So you can see all of the descriptions, the location, the image, and you can also see the tools that Olipop is using. And those are in purple. Why are they in purple? Because they're actually individual records that are part of a different CMS collection called tools. And so that's how I'm able to replicate the same duality that we saw inside Airtable, but now within the world of Webflow. So once I had all those components together, I was ready to build my beautiful site. And I worked on 3 key pages here. One was the brand page, another was the tool page, and then were the collection pages, which are really interesting from an SEO standpoint. So let me talk you through the brand page. The brand page has all the CMS components that we were just looking at a second ago. So we've got a beautiful image here, a nice location tag, a description of the brand, and a link to visit the brand. But we also have on the right-hand side the tools connected to that brand. And so now, if you click into any single one of those tools, you're then taken into this secondary experience called the tool page. So the tool page looks very similar to the brand page, except you're now looking at software. And next to that are all the brands leveraging this existing software solution. So I really like this design principle because it creates this, again, this duality where you're going back and forth between brands and tools in a fun, engaging way. From there, I decided to work on my collection page. The collection page is quite important to me because it helps me rank on valuable keywords from an SEO standpoint. So here's the way it works. Because a lot of the tools on the website are tagged with different descriptors, such as this is an analytics tool, then they get added onto a collection page for the tag analytics. And so now within Webflow, I've automatically created a collection page for every single one of my tags. And so here on the left, we see my collection page for the tag analytics. And every tool that's been tagged as an analytics tool gets shown on that very specific page. And as a title tag, I can then set the parameters to say, please, Webflow, count the number of tools tagged with the term analytics and add that to the tag on the title tag so that within Google, I can now show up with a beautiful page titled the 57 best analytics tools for D2C. And that term and that specific page is now ranking for the valuable keyword D2C analytics. So once I had all of those components together, I was ready to hit publish. And for me, hitting publish meant launching on Product Hunt. The Product Hunt launch was nothing fancy for me. All I did was engage with a community on Twitter, capture emails via a wait list, and once I was ready, I sent everyone an update saying, would love your support. I'm out there into the world. Please come and show your support. And that was the first day that 1-800-D2C saw the public eye. And so since then, lots of great things have happened to me, and I want to share those insights with you. The first point is that I get to meet amazing D2C entrepreneurs. These D2C entrepreneurs are willing to share their story about how they built up their operation and share insights with the community. But I also get to meet tool creators. Those tool creators are keen to speak because if I know more about their solution, then I can make better recommendations to the community off the back. The 2 other components that have come from 1-800-D2C is one, I get to make money from 1-800-D2C. There's a sponsorship available on site, and that brings in my first revenue stream in the world of the internet. And then finally, I get to speak at awesome events like the No Code Conference, which is something I would have never been able to do. But best of it all, I got a job. This was something that unexpectedly came up by 1-800-D2C, but StoreTasker reached out initially to sponsor the website. And as we got to talk, it felt like a perfect opportunity to join them full-time in helping D2C operators in a slightly different way. So my message to you guys is go out there and build, because only in a short span of 10 months, I was able to accomplish so much. And I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Again, remember, I don't know how to code. I'm not a developer. I'm using Airtable, which is completely no code, Integromat, also no code, and then Webflow. So this complex solution is all built with tools that are readily available at your fingertips. So here are my contact details in case you ever want to get in touch, work together, or collaborate. And otherwise, thank you very much for listening to the talk.